I know this is extreme. What if you tried it this week? What if you just tried it? I'll try it with you. I'll try it right now. You ready for this? What if this week, every time you felt stressed, overwhelmed, or anxious, you laughed? This week, be the observer of your thinking loop and your focus. Write that down. I'm going to observe, seriously, write this down for me, everybody. I'm going to observe my thinking loop and my focus all week. I am going to observe my thinking loop and my focus all week. You are going to check yourself and be like, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Here's the trigger, right? I'm overwhelmed. What am I thinking about? What is my focus? You're going to freak yourself out. Your focus is going to be on lack. Your focus is going to be on who screwed you over. Listen, I had a crappy day yesterday because of some things that happened with employees, right? It's something I found out that was like, and on my focus, I let my focus go. I'm like, how could they do that to me? Oh my God, how could they do that to me? I've known them for so long. And it was a misunderstanding, just so you know. But I let my focus go down a road where I thought I was getting taken advantage of by somebody that I've done a lot of great things for. And I'm like, how could that happen? And my focus went off and everything else was heavy yesterday. In fact, I was on the phone with somebody and I was a little grumpy with a telemarketer. Usually I don't give a crap. Telemarketer was asking me things and I'm like, and I got mad. I'm like, all right, please just take me off your damn call. And like I hung up like angry. I'm like, holy crap. Exactly what I'm sharing with you. None of us are perfect. It's having the tools in your toolbox to recognize it and know it. So I want you this week to be the observer. I lost my comments here, Mike. I want you to be the observer. Thank you. I want you to be the observer of your thinking loop and how that's spitting out your focus. And then you can shift it. Start thinking, the world has shifted. I have new opportunities. I have new capabilities. I'm alive. I've navigated the world. I have family, friends, husband, wife, kids. Like, shift that up. I am resilient. I am resourceful. I am magnificent. I am powerful. I get things done. I solve problems. You start replacing and filling that thinking loop with the world has shifted, I'm shifting too. Pivoting is what makes people, right? Like, remember, like, they don't make statues of critics. They make statues of the dreamers, the crazy ones, just like me. I'm going for that. And all of a sudden, if you're consciously aware of that thinking loop and you throw out all the crap of lack and you start putting in what you could do, then I'm going to take uncomfortable action. I'm going to be an innovator. I'm going to get out of my own head. I'm going to take action. Like, you start changing it. All of a sudden, you go from the guy that's yelling at the clerk because they messed up on your change to, don't worry about it, have a good day. And when you think about that, have a good day, I can accomplish anything. Guess what? Here's the crazy part. You can. You can. I have no reason to be here. I didn't go past high school. I had dyslexia. I didn't start with money. Everybody thought I'm probably the least likely anybody in my school would say I'd be successful. And in the knowledge industry, who the hell would think this got me, who barely could read in 7th grade, that I'd be a multiple New York Times bestselling author, teach people around the world, one of the top trainers there are on the planet. How would that happen? By some of the same exact stuff I'm sharing with you right now. You got to watch your thinking loop. You got to watch your focus. And then you got to get crystal clear clarity. So what was the first assignment? Be the observer of your thinking loop and your focus, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed. You're going to freak yourself out on what you're focusing on. Change your focus. How do you change your focus? Just like that. Some people say, I don't know how to change my focus. Just change it. How do you quit smoking? You put it down, you stomp on it, and you never smoke again. How do you change your focus? You recognize it and say, I'm going to focus on something else. I'm a badass. I get stuff done. I'm better than I think, right? The second part is I'm going to ask you to audit this week what you do. Like, literally, some of this stuff is stuff you've heard from me before, I know. But I don't want to make stuff up, because most cases you heard it, but are you doing it, right? I don't want to make up something more elaborate and technical. This is the simple stuff that moves. This is the little hinge that moves a big door, right? So I want you to in your journal, right? In your journal, I would love for you to write down everything you do on a daily basis. Now, some people, I say, do it for a day. I'm going to challenge you. You're an Inner Circle member. You're a KBB member. You're an Accelerator member. You're an Elite member. I'm going to encourage you to do it the whole week. If you really want to go all in, Do it every hour, do it every couple hours, or do it at lunch and look back at what you did. And then at the end of the night, look back at what you did and write it down. And then start looking at it and go, does that serve me? Does it serve God? Does it serve my bigger future? Or does it serve your new beliefs? Does it serve your new values? Does it serve where you want to go? If it does, circle it and keep doing it. But I promise you, you're going to look and go, oh my God, I can't believe I do that. Oh my God, I can't believe I got lost on TikTok for 3 hours. Holy crap. I can't believe I still hang out with that person. It makes me feel bad about myself every time. I got to do something about that. You're going to see this. So if you audit your thinking, you audit your focus, and you audit what you do, I promise you, you have the keys to the kingdom of reducing complexity, overwhelm, anxiety, and stress. Is it perfect? Hell no. Do I still experience overwhelm? Yes. I swear to you, I do. I'm a little overwhelmed this week. We got 10,000 people coming to the World Summit. We are going to deliver the greatest event in the history. I mean, honestly, we're making history this week. And Tony's making history. And I got 10 of my team members in masks in the other room right now, laying out because it's not just a Zoom like this. We check you in. You have your own buttons. You have your own office, back office. Like, it is absolutely the greatest technology ever. But for 10,000 people, there's a gazillion moving parts. I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'm also excited. I can't wait to get in that arena with you guys and just light it up, right? Light it up. And we just added my dear friend Jamie Kern Lima, one of the only 5 self-made billionaires in the world, women billionaires in America. She's just the greatest. Like, we added her because so many people loved her from the training we did that we just made a deal. So we're adding all these great people and all those things, but it's like an orchestra, right? This 3 days is going to transform lives. I'm a little overwhelmed. And the moment I think overwhelm or stress, I go back to, look how many lives are going to be changed. I get to hang out with my brother, Tone. All my friends are flying in. We're all going to be safe, but the speakers are all going to be at the event. So I'm focused on get to spend time with them, get to impact your life, get to share things I've never shared before. Speakers sharing things. We made a deal with all the speakers to share things they've never talked about. Completely different through like the eyes of humility, being humble, right? I'm excited. My notebook's going to be filled so I can let myself go, oh my God, is my slides ready? Is my presentations ready? I mean, I present 3, 6, 9 different times. Are all my presentations ready? Will they be unique? Will I make sure I help the new person's launch and the person that's already in the game, will I help them scale? Oh my God, what if I don't get both sides? What if the new person is overwhelmed? What if the person that's a player thinks it's a beginner? Should I do mindset or should I do tactical? Should I do strategic? I could think of all that. Well, simultaneously, I took my kids to school today. I made them lunch. I'm going to pick them up at 3 o'clock today. I'm going to be with my wife's in the other room. I'm going to spend time with my baby. I'm still working on all my other businesses, helping Tony run his companies, run my company. I have meetings today. I have 4 or 5 meetings today. It is so easy for me. I just want to be honest with you. It is so easy for me to fall back into this brain of mine that was who I was pre-20, pre-25, maybe pre-30. That I could fall back into, this is too much. Why are you taking on so much? It's overwhelming. You can't get it done. You're never going to make it. Like, I literally still have that voice in me. Isn't that crazy? Like, this is what I do. I help you guys. This is what I do for a living. I'm a multiple New York Times bestselling author on the topic, right? Millions of books on this topic, right? This is what I do, and still that voice wants to mess with me. But when I change that focus, and I think about the lives that are going to be impacted this weekend. I think about hanging out with good people. I think about sharing stuff I haven't, doing breakthroughs, watching people cry, watching people cheer, watching people know they can do it, watch people having breakouts. I'm going to see 10,000 of you in your living rooms. Like, we're going to be in your home. Tony's going to be in your home. When I think about that, man, hair stands up on my arms and I freaking got this. I freaking got it. My team's got it, right? But the emotion of the first date, emotion of the last date, if I had the last date emotion, I'd be overwhelmed right now. I'd want to climb underneath this table and just hide and say, I can't do all this. Why the hell am I doing this? Right? So I want you to really think about that. So make a list this week and audit. If it doesn't serve you, it's got to go. It's got to go. Or it's got to be shifted or got to be handed off to someone else. The last part of this, and then I got a couple other cool things I want to do, is I want you to think about changing the association of what you think overwhelm or stress mean to you. Okay? I want you to write that down. change the association. This might be the most important inner circle I've done in a long time. I feel that way about everyone, so go watch them all. But you're going to want to watch this a few times, and you're going to want to watch this when you're feeling overwhelmed. I want you to change the association. You see, sometimes when we get overwhelmed and we say, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, this is too much, this is heavy, right? It puts you in this like state of like, and it's a little paralyzing to me, right? It's a little paralyzing to me. I gotta be honest with you, because when I say those words and feel it, it's like the headache. It stacks on another layer of crap, and it makes it even heavier. And then the stuff I want to do seems like too much. I can't handle it. So what I've done is I've changed the association, meaning when I feel overwhelm or stress, it means, I got to take action, right? Overwhelm, action. Overwhelm, opportunity to grow. Overwhelm, challenge, right? Imagine if overwhelm was just a challenge. Imagine if overwhelm was opportunity to grow, right? Anxiety, action, right? And if you change that association, then you get to say, okay, what is this challenge I'm facing and how can I solve it? And it might be, I got to stop thinking like a fool because my focus is flawed. I got to stop working on stuff that drains my energy. I got to stop hanging out with people that hurt me, right? So I want you to try to figure out this association. Could you imagine every time, I know this is extreme. What if you tried it this week? What if you just tried it? I'll try it with you. I'll try it right now. You ready for this? What if this week, every time you felt stress, overwhelmed, or anxious, you laughed? Think about it. What if you just did that? What if you felt like, I'm overwhelmed. Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Don't freak yourself out, Dean. Let's just figure out what this challenge is. Let's figure out what our focus is, what we're focused on, or, if we have enough clarity, right? Imagine, I know, again, this is just simple stuff. And the more I say it to you out loud, the more I know that I do these things. And this is what shifted my life and allowed me to do all those things. And here's the cool part. I'm just being completely transparent. When I don't do those things, I screw stuff up. So I want you to consider changing the association. Now, one last thing, I saw somebody said it, and not one last thing, there's lots more coming. But I want you to think about your mornings. Now, if you know anything about me, I talk about morning routines and how important they are. And I screw them up sometime too. But when I do it right, I set my day up to not have overwhelm, to not have stress, to not have anxiety. And I use it as the difference between offense and defense. We have to be in offense. Of course, you got to play defense, but we need to be in an offensive mode so we can, metaphor of sports, carry the ball down the field, take our life down the field. You don't want to just play defense, then you just stand still. You can't win a game just playing defense. So I challenge you to mess with your morning routine a little bit. I know so many of you have great morning routines. But I would love for you to think about, how do you shift yours up, right? If the first thing you do is wake up and look at this, I'm going to encourage you. Look at all those texts, right? I got, about 40 since I've been on here. But I'm going to encourage you that when you first wake up, don't look at that. Because, I do sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you. But when I do, it's like Russian roulette. I don't know if it's going to be a good text or a text that a lot fires me up, makes me feel like the first date or the last date, right? It's Russian roulette. You don't know which text, what email. So I'm going to encourage you to give your subconscious a little break, to feed it the fuel to play an offensive day. How do you do that? Wake up. This is mine. You create your own version. But when I wake up, I want to think of something in that moment that I'm grateful for. Wake up, my beautiful wife is next to me. The covers feel good. The pillow's comfortable. The sheets smell good. It's raining. It's sunny. It's comfortable. I'm in a home. I'm alive. Like low-hanging stuff, right? Not the big, vast things, just the little things. My son smiled at me yesterday. We had a connection. Oh my God, my daughter pitched so good yesterday and looked at me after throwing strikes. Like the littlest things, just so your subconscious goes, we're pretty good here. All right, I'm ready for the day. Okay, your focus, right? What if you wake up and go, another day. Who's going to screw me over today? What's not going to work today? Let me look at my phone. Oh, man. everything we were talking about, focus, right? So I'm going to encourage you, wake up, don't look at your phone, think of something you're grateful for. Secondly, think of something you accomplished the day before. Think of one thing that you accomplished, a win, and think about it and go, wow, good job yesterday. Then think about one win that you want for that day. You know, yesterday I accomplished that. Today I want to write the headline to my course and the first 3 sentences. I want to do that today. I can't wait to do that. And then for me, I go move, I go exercise, I go drink a green drink. Now I have a new routine. I do a green drink and a bowl of oatmeal. I wait about 15 minutes and I go exercise. If I pull that off, guys, I'm just telling you, if I do that every day, I am in an offensive place. I'm ready to attack the day. Overwhelm gets squished, stress gets beat up. The mornings I wake up with crap on my mind, my wrong focus, I check all my messages, get a couple bad ones. The bad ones fuel that bad focus. I got to fight all day to get out of a funk.
What's up? What's up? Hey, before you go, you need to watch these next few videos. They're absolute game changers. Hurry up and click right over here and watch them, and I'll see you there.